The tension inside the Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center has reached a boiling point following explosive reports that the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, was the target of a high-stakes raid right inside his VIP segregation cell. This is coming as a massive shock to the legal and political community, as it suggests that being behind bars hasn't shielded the former minister from the intense heat of ongoing federal investigations. According to reliable sources cited by Sahara Reporters and other outlets on Tuesday, January 13, 2026, the operation was not a routine inspection, but a targeted raid led by a very high-ranking official, specifically the Assistant Controller General of Corrections in charge of operations. The senior officer reportedly stormed the facility and gained access to Malami's private apartment within the prison walls. And in a move that has raised eyebrows everywhere, the raid was extended to the cell of his son, Abdulaziz Malami, who is also being held at the facility. The atmosphere in Kuje is described as incredibly heavy right now, especially since the specific reasons for this sudden invasion and the details of any items seized have been kept strictly under wraps by the authorities. This development is unfolding against the backdrop of a much larger and more dangerous scandal. Just days before this raid, investigators from the EFCC reportedly uncovered a substantial cache of guns and ammunition at Malami's country home in Kebbi. Because the discovery of illegal firearms falls outside the EFCC's normal powers, the matter was immediately handed over to the Department of State Services for a full-scale terrorism-related probe. This raid on his prison cell is being seen by many as a desperate search for evidence that could link the former top lawyer to these weapons, or perhaps to uncover secret communication channels he might still be using while in custody. The shockwaves from this raid are reverberating through the entire Nigerian correctional system, as it is extremely rare for an officer of such high standing as an Assistant Controller General to personally lead a cell search. This suggests that the information the authorities are looking for is of the highest priority to national security. Sources inside the prison gates whisper that the raid was swift and surgical, leaving the former Attorney General visibly shaken. The fact that his son, Abdulaziz, was also targeted simultaneously indicates that investigators believe there may be a coordinated effort within the family to hide or destroy evidence. This raid didn't just happen in a vacuum. It follows the stunning news that over 50 DSS operatives had already besieged the Kuje prison perimeters, creating a security blanket that has effectively trapped Malami inside, even if he were to meet his bail conditions. The former minister is currently facing an 8.7 billion naira money laundering charge, but the narrative has shifted dramatically from financial crimes to allegations of terrorism financing and the possession of military-grade hardware. It is a fall from grace so steep that many are calling it the biggest political scandal of the decade. The legal battle surrounding Malami has become a complex chess game where every move has life-altering consequences. While the Federal High Court granted him, his son, and his wife bail in the sum of 500 million naira each with strict conditions, Malami has reportedly taken the unprecedented step of instructing his legal team to slow down the bail perfection process. You might be wondering why a man would choose to stay in prison longer than necessary, but the answer is chilling. Credible intelligence suggests that the DSS is waiting just outside the prison gates with a fresh warrant for his arrest based on the arms discovery in Kebbi. In the eyes of Malami's camp, Kuje prison, which was once a place of punishment, has now become a strange sanctuary where the DSS cannot easily reach him without following strict protocols. However, this week's raid by the senior correctional officer proves that even inside the cell, there is no such thing as absolute privacy or protection from the long arm of the law. If you are as fascinated and concerned by this unprecedented legal drama as we are, and you want to ensure you don't miss any part of this unfolding story as we head into late January 2026, please take a moment right now to like this video. Your engagement is vital because it helps us reach more people with the truth. Also, please click that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. By joining our community, you are supporting independent reporting that holds the powerful accountable. Your subscription is the reason we can keep digging for the facts that others might want to keep hidden. The stakes could not be higher for the former AGF as the financial pressure is mounting alongside the criminal charges. Just last week, Justice Emeka Nite ordered the interim forfeiture of a staggering 57 properties linked to Malami and his sons, with a total valuation exceeding 213 billion naira. We're talking about luxury hotels like the Asbia Arena in Kebbi, private universities like Ryan University, and even oil and gas filling stations spread across Abuja, Kano, and Kaduna. The EFCC has presented evidence suggesting these assets are the proceeds of unlawful activities, and Malami now has a shrinking 14-day window to show cause why these properties should not be permanently forfeited to the federal government. This massive asset seizure, combined with the discovery of guns and the subsequent cell raid, suggests a systematic dismantling of Malami's influence and wealth. The senior officer who led the raid into his cell was likely looking for documents, burner phones, or ledgers that could reveal more hidden assets or prove the links between the former minister and the cache of weapons found in his country home. What makes this story even more compelling is the silence from the Nigerian Correctional Service headquarters. While insiders have confirmed the raid took place, no official statement has been released to explain why an ACG operations had to personally intervene. This has led to intense speculation that the raid might have been triggered by intercepted intelligence regarding a potential escape plot or an attempt to smuggle sensitive information out of the facility. The involvement of the son, Abdulaziz, is particularly telling as he has been a key figure in managing the family's business interests, many of which are now under government control. The 2026 investigation into the Malami family is proving to be a watershed moment for Nigeria's judiciary and its anti-corruption agencies. It shows that no one, regardless of how many secrets they know or how high they have climbed, is above the scrutiny of the state. As we continue to watch the gates of Kuje prison, the question remains, how long can Malami remain in this self-imposed state of detention to avoid the DSS? The pressure from the public and the courts is increasing, and with the trial for the money laundering charges set to begin in February, the time for stalling is running out. The raid on his cell is a clear signal that the authorities are losing patience and are willing to take bold steps to secure the evidence they need for the terrorism-related probe. We want to hear from you on this. Do you believe the discovery of guns in his home is linked to his time as AGF, or is this a trumped-up charge as his media allies claim? Leave your comments below and join the debate. We value every single one of your opinions and use them to shape our future reports. This is a story that affects the very foundation of justice in Nigeria, and your voice is a crucial part of the conversation. Stay tuned to this channel, keep your notifications on, and we will bring you the very next update as soon as it hits the wires.